Hola, ¿qué tal? Big Gaz in Spain. Although, as you can probably tell from the video, the countryside that I'm walking in at the moment looks fairly English, and indeed it is. Yep, so I'm in the UK and it's going to be October before we get back, probably towards the end of October before we get back, so a bit of a disaster to tell you about. We were over in late July and August, and unfortunately I took loads of videos, but unfortunately I damaged the SD card. I tried to rescue it, but unfortunately lost about 6 hours of video, out of which I could have probably made 5, maybe 6 posts on the YouTube channel. So I went to places like Frigliana. I think you'll have seen the Nerka one that I did. That's worth watching if you want to catch up with some of the videos that I've done previously. If you subscribe to the channel Big Gaz in Spain, and click the like button on any of those videos if you like them, give us a thumbs up, and then you'll get notifications of any videos we make. Anyhow, so I've got a few little clips on my phone that I might post as short little videos. Don't know how interesting they are, I haven't really reviewed a lot of it, but just thought I'd give you an update really on why there haven't been any videos. So yeah, SD card disaster. So I've just got a break between a couple of installations that we're on with, so I'm just having a walk. This is one of the short walks we used to do with Layla, our husky, before she passed in 2020, and since we bought the place in Spain we've sort of dismissed ideas of getting another dog, just because it wouldn't be fair. If we're going to spend quite a bit of time in Spain, we like huskies, we'll probably get another husky, probably a rescue one, and like all rescue dogs, they can be a bit of an issue at times, so we don't like to leave them and we don't like to put them in kennels, so we decided not to bother. So this field you're looking at now was planted with taties, and now it's got probably winter barley in or something like that. Point of interest, if you are interested, in the potatoes that are grown here go to Walkers for crisps. So I live in North Yorkshire. I'm quite lucky to live in quite a nice village, just on the edge of York, just out of York by about 8 miles, on the sort of southeast side of York, and it's agricultural area, nice village, good pubs around. In the next village is a decent pub as well. So yeah, let's give you that update. So as for Spain, well, I've been asked a few questions recently in terms of costs, moving to Spain and the ongoing costs of living there, and I'm just going to flip the camera around. So yeah, costs excuse the state of me, I've been working. So I don't know if I've covered this or some of this previously, but where we are in Mercia, at the time I purchased anyway, the purchase tax on the actual property, so you've got the property cost, then you've got the property tax, which at the time was 8%. It's sure where it is now, it might have gone up to 10%, I aren't sure, but it was 8% at the time. You've got the cost of the property, your solicitor's fees, which you can get a quote on up front, so you know exactly what they're going to be. We did ours through power of attorney, so we did that from the UK, so we had to get a UK notary to do all the paperwork on this side for power of attorney, and I think from memory that was around about £300, and then they send all the information, the confirmation of identity, etc., over to your solicitor in Spain. Our solicitor, the total costs for everything they did, I thought were quite reasonable. I don't exactly remember what they were, but with the VAT and everything, and I didn't get quotes. I used a solicitor that's been recommending, sister that my sister and brother-in-law have used for the last 22 years. They used when they purchased their property in Spain, which is about half an hour from me. So what else, what other costs have you got? So you've got our property was a repossession, and we agreed a good price, negotiated it down from what the bank wanted with the agent. Because it was a repo, we had to pay the agent's fees. Now that's I knew that, and we built it into our offer. We also, I think they were I thought were quite expensive. They were £4,000, and basically I did all the work. So we walked into the agent's offices. I said, well, I did all the work. They didn't have to do much work. And they showed us a lot of properties, and then this one just happened to be coming on. So the guy, Simon, was working for this agent at the time. He took us to see this property, and we ended up buying it. We put an offer in and ended up buying it, and there were other costs involved. I think I've been through these previously. So there were other costs involved, mainly outstanding debts to the community. It wasn't much, it turned out to be about €230, and we'd obviously settle the what the bank wanted, the agent's fees, our solicitor's fees. Then there were reconnection charges and outstanding debts to the gas company, the water company and the electric company. They totalled, from memory, around about €1,200, something like that. Then we had some reconnection costs with the water that were mainly because the water connection had been done by an outside contractor, or disconnection should I say, and he'd taken away the meter as he was supposed to, but he'd also taken away quite a lot of the fittings, so we had to get another contractor in to do those before the water company would come and fit the meter and then connect us. That took weeks, 4 weeks, which meant that if we were wanting to move there as we completed, we'd have been without water for 4 weeks, because there was no way we could rush that up. Our solicitor was on it every day. Gas and the electric connections were done almost straight away. The electric was done straight away, and the gas pretty much within a day or two of us taking possession of the property. As you all know, that was on La Torre Golf Resort, and we had a verbal valuation done, and we've made if we sold, we made gross, we'll make around about, according to the valuation, around about 35% profit. So I was quite chuffed with that. But that was mainly because we bought it at a very, very good price, and we just landed lucky on it. So I'm not saying everybody's going to make that sort of profit within 2 years of purchasing a property. I doubt very much. But they're certainly going up a lot on La Torre, as they have started to on Terrazzas as well. Notice prices on there are going up. It's because of the rarity of properties coming to the market on La Torre. So I'm just coming to a main road now. I'm going to cross. I'm just trying to think of what other costs there were. Obviously there's VAT, IVA on top of all those, all costs. And when you come to sell, of course, you've got all those costs again. So you've got your legal fees, estate agent fees, which if you go to a good agent, in other words an agent who's actually going to sell it, rather than these cheap deals you see, you know, sell it for 900 euros, that doesn't work. I've heard some bad stories about that, and people usually end up going with an agent that's going to market it properly for you. So yeah, so your agent fees, they can be massive, to be fair. You know, seeing agent fees at 9 grand for properties at around about 150. But I think you could, if you look at about 5%, then you'll probably do okay. I think I've budgeted around about that cost if we come to sell. You've got your capital gains tax at 21%, your 3% retention on top of that, which is a bit confusing to me. I've never really understood that one. Apparently it's to make sure that that's retained by your solicitor, or by solicitor, I can't remember now, to make sure that all of the fees are paid. So you will get that back at some point. If you buy another property in Spain with the proceeds from that sale within 6 months, then you won't pay your capital gains. You will eventually, obviously, when you sell, or your descendants or your inheritors will. So yeah. So you'll have those fees, you'll have all your final, like you would here, you'd have all your final energy utilities and stuff to pay, and then you'll have removal costs and stuff like that if you can't do it yourself. Well, even if you do it yourself, you've still got costs. So yeah, but not a lot of that is unexpected. If you had a second home in the UK, you'd still pay capital gains tax on it if you sold it. There are some issues that I've yet to fully resolve, understand. I need to speak to the solicitor. This is if we sold, of course, which we don't intend to at the moment. things like, can you claim for money that you spent on improvements? I mean, we've refurbed the bathroom, we've put new aircon units in, decorated, very expensive light fittings in. Obviously all the furniture, I don't know if we left the furniture, I think you just have to put that in the sale cost. You can't claim for that on as improvements, I don't think. And currently thinking of revamping the kitchen and going into the utility room. So I've got that cost. I'll do most of that work myself, apart from the electrical stuff. And get a builder in just to take some walls down. They have a greater understanding how these structures are built. And whilst I can do it, things like getting licenses, it's easy to get a builder in to do it. They'll get all those licenses and they'll do the work, of course. And then you've got things like plastering, finishing and stuff like that, plumbing works, and we may even fit a new gas central heating boiler, so a combi boiler, because I'm not quite happy with the one we've got in terms of how it seems to drop off a bit when you get in the shower. So if you're in the shower long, hot water drops off a little bit. It's a brand new mixer valve in there. It was an issue before we did the bathroom, and it's still an issue now. So we've checked things like all the valves clean and stuff like that. We've checked all that. We sort of narrowed it down to the fact it's probably the boiler. The boiler is 20 odd years old. 2006. No, it's 18 years old. So yeah, so it's probably not the most efficient. So we might look at doing that. So I'm just going to flip you around again, so you can see where I'm wandering. So I've come out of those fields, I've crossed over a main road, and I'm now going down the side of some fields. These are public footpaths. And Layla, our husky, she used to love coming through it. So this walk used to be about, I don't know, it's about 3 miles all in all. I'm not going to do it all on the camera. I've already done about 3/4 of a mile before I started filming. Mainly because that was through the village. And I just got waved at and talked to all the way through, which I did. So it would have been pointless filming that section. So I hope I'm not rambling or too much. Oh, went over a stone. Sorry about that. So I think we're at about 19 minutes. So I've covered some stuff in Spain, even though I'm in the UK. As I say, I'm mainly doing this video just to let you know why there's been no videos posted. There's some other stuff, news things. Obviously the EES, or have they changed the name? I've forgotten again now, back to ETIAS. I don't know, but apparently that's the entry and exit system into Europe. Those rules, or the new rules, coming to force, I've heard on the 10th of November. We'll wait and see. That's where you have to do your biometrics and stuff like that. A one-off charge of €7, and the first time you visit the passport area you have to do this biometric stuff. Images of your face, fingerprints, electronically or digitally taken fingerprints. So potatoes in that field, or potatoes in that field. They've been retarded, knocked off, and they'll no doubt lift those in a few days. Not a lot of potatoes left to lift in this area. I'd like to get them out before it rains. Oh no, weather gets pretty grotty, so I've been fairly fortunate with weather in this region. I think over the last few weeks to get potatoes out. They all go into storage. So this field, I don't know what I've seen in this field in the past. It's been a while since I've been down here, but occasionally they put now what's it called? Rapeseed put in there occasionally, and obviously it's potatoes at the moment. Winter barley sometimes. So yeah, hope you found this video interesting. And just turn it back to me. Yeah, I hope you found it interesting, and I'll record a few more videos before I get back to Spain, with some new stuff on, information about La Torre, because we have had, I'll just quickly cover that now actually. We've had the summons for the AGM. It's really strange, the translation, the wording they use in Spain is always quite legalised, seems to me. So we've had a summons, if that's what it translates to in English, for our local community AGM. So that's the buildings that are in our community there, the Acacias. There's an AGM for that. So I went up there, so they send the forms over for you to vote. You can fill those in, vote on the things that are on the AGM, and vote in the new president or the same president, and the vice president and the secretary, which is the INMO, the administration. So I've done all that, email that back, so that's covered. And I've been told that not a lot of people actually bother to do that. Well, don't whinge about what goes on in your community if you don't bother to vote in it. So that's my advice. If you've had an email, if you're living on La Torre or any urbanisation and it starts starting to rain, and you get offered the opportunity to make decisions about your community and make those decisions, vote on things that are coming up. That's my advice. Otherwise you can't whinge when you don't like it. You may not get the outcome you vote for, but it's not like voting a new government in, which has just happened in this country, as you know. Frying pans and fires comes to mind. Right, so I don't do politics on YouTube, so we won't go any further on that. So now we reach the lane, just goes into woods, so you can see maize in this field, which looks like a decent crop. Looks like a decent crop of maize right up to the top road there. I don't know how many acres there. That's probably, well, I know that field's quite big. It goes right around the other side of the woods. So it's raining, so hopefully there won't be any rain on the lens. So at this point I'll just flick you back around so you can see me. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe. As I said before, I'm not looking to monetize this channel. I don't do enough work on it to do that, but and I don't really want to, I've got the time. So subscribe, just gives the channel a bit better chance, the more subscribers, the more people seeing it on YouTube. And also click on the like button below, and I'll see you in the next video. Adios, or bye for now, from a bit of a dull UK, North Yorkshire. So the Chaos is Playa Flamenca market. I haven't got you on, mate, sorry.
Oui, merci.
Big into the frying pans and the griddles. Paella pans. Did you get some, Sam? Nice one.
Spela som värst, men då är han... Lát một lấy vừa đó mà tao mà nó mà Veg. Vi har...
They're better off getting those fruit and veg on these markets. A lot cheaper than the supermarket and better quality.